Welcome back to Las Vegas. You're listening to the Crazy Sexy Cool podcast, where we give our black-ass millennial opinions about the crazy, the sexy, and the cool hot topics. I'm your host, Bethany, and I am joined by my friends in real life. We have Meek and Elizabeth. What's up, y'all?
What up?
Smoke weed every day.
Yes. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yo, I am
Here.
Yeah, I'm a little lifted.
I wanna get lifted.
I'm lifted, like John Legend said.
That's what I found today, ladies and gentlemen.
I
okay.
sound like I ride the small bus. I wanna get lifted.
Shout but shouting. Hey.
Shout for shouting. Shout for shouting.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Like, for people listening, like, we were like mad silly, but it's my fault. I had a gummy edible today and I am done. I took that edible at like
Word to wanna wonk ya. They wonked her motherfucking ass.
Yeah, they got me. Shit. Like, I took a little bit. You know what? I should have just listened. Because I think when Liz gave me those gummies, she said, like, take a piece. Like, just kind of work your way up. And I had to hold back.
You took
now.
Okay, so wait. You took the whole thing?
It was like a little gummy, like a size of a Skittle.
Gumdrop.
Like a gumdrop type thing.
I mean, Meek, remember when we took ours? We took a quarter.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was like the Matrix. We looked at each other and was like, whoosh.
Yeah.
At the same damn time. It was like a whole...
It dropped at the same time, definitely.
We looked at each other and it was like, what the...
Yo, I took that edible at like 11 a.m. Right now, it's like 9:45, and I'm still over here looking goofy as shit.
Looking like Smokey in the pigeon coop.
I'm over it. Anyway, let's get into the show. So, Meek, when we were on the phone yesterday, you were talking about how, you know, we've spoken before on this show about how men will send unsolicited dick pics. But what is it like? Maybe we need to have a guy on the show and we'd be like, you know, is it cool to send some pussy mail?
So, fellas, all the fellas that listen, because ain't nothing but, I'm gonna be real. I love my lady listeners, and actually I would love for you guys to write to me more, but a lot of times I get hit up by the fellas. Please let us know, is it okay to receive unrequested pussy mail? You know, like, I really want to know.
What's an example of pussy mail?
I mean, like, busting it wide open and just squirting everywhere. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. And the reason why I say that, because I just recently sent pussy mail, and I thought about it. I was like, bro, like, when I receive meat mail, I'm like, if I don't ask for it, I really don't fucking want it. So I now wonder, like, when dudes send get unrequested pussy mail, do y'all ever look and be like, I did not ask for this? Like, don't send me your pussy lips.
I never really
on live for $1,000.
So, do you like meat mail? Randomly? Meat? Who?
No. I mean, if it's from the right person. But like, just like random motherfuckers, just no, I don't. Because everybody's dick is not.
Yeah, dicks are not cute.
Dick is a weird thing.
I don't like looking at it. I don't want to see your names.
I'm gonna be honest. When the creator made a dick, like, they weren't thinking about beauty.
Okay, so Meek, you say you sent it, but was it to someone who you slept with before?
I'm gonna vote my fist. I'm not going. Well, no. Okay. Yes. To the question. Yes. Absolutely. I won't go just send dick mail to somebody. Pussy mail to somebody that I haven't fucked before.
Like, that's the thing. So is it unsolicited if you've never slept with him before? Because if a guy sends you a dick picture,
oh fuck! If I could have sucked this man's dick. If I didn't ask for you, if I didn't ask, do not just up and, because you don't know if your dicks is one of those dicks for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, your shit might be real awkward looking, all this color looking like a ombre. Some dicks got an ombre on it.
Hey, shout out to the ombres. What do you mean? That's dope.
Look, shout out to the ombres, but some brothers have a heavy contrast where like you get to the damn pelvic area and it's like
you got tan lines.
Tan lines, shit. That's a whole. You got some European and you got some Caucasus. You got some.
All right. I don't mind the two-tone, the ombres, the tan lines. I'm with the shit.
You want the tan lines?
You want the tan lines? So like, even you say the ombres, but what happens if it's like ombre to pink?
First of all,
look, light-skinned men got pink dicks. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It ain't always gotta be a white man with a pink dick. What do you mean? Oh, you don't date light-skinned men? Elizabeth would know. But yes, light-skinned men have pink dicks.
Oh. Okay. So what makes it unsolicited? What could a guy do? Like, can guys send you dick mail unsolicited, like unrequested, like ever?
But Meek, how does he not? Okay, you had this experience with this man. You probably sucked the shit out of his dick. He probably think you into his dick, and he want to send you random pictures of the dick. How he know that ain't for you? Cause you didn't suck the shit out of it 2 weeks ago, and then he want to send it to you. How he know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she into this. Yes.
You're right. Because I do give an Oscar award-winning performance. You are absolutely right. But I guess it's one of those things where it's like, test out the temp. Maybe start with a little sexing or something. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm like, and this is where I'm gonna be
before you get the
dick. I'm gonna contradict myself.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a double standard, dog. Come on.
Yeah.
But also, I'm with child. So can you imagine me over here playing fucking WWE with my son wrestling, and I'm answering the messages? Oh shit! You know what I mean? Like,
that's okay. Okay, wait. So, was it sexting leading up to the pussy mail that you sent out, or was it just like surprise? Good morning.
It was a good morning. It was like, it was thinking of you. Hope you have an amazing day. Bam, pussy mail.
I do that with booty pics. I ain't never just sent without asking.
Yes.
Cause I don't want to send everybody.
Yeah. And to me, and to be honest, it's a turning them on in inappropriate areas.
So maybe they think the same thing is
for you. You sitting there, he don't know you.
See this double standard.
Yeah, it's definitely a double standard. No, thank you, sir. But if we texted and I ask you to like send it to me, or if I like, reach out and be like, I need some motivation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. Send your dick through the mail.
Yeah. All right.
Y'all don't send pussy mail. I'm not the one that send pussy mail.
I
don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
I do it upon request.
Upon request, exactly.
Yeah, I do.
So
I have never.
Or if I'm feeling some kind of way, I'll send it invisible ink. You can send like text and then pictures, invisible inks, where you have to like rub your finger over the photo and it reveals it and then it goes away.
I never used that.
It's a bit safer, so you just don't open your phone like, oh shit. No.
First off, I did that one time. The one time I did do that, he actually texted me back and complained to me and said, that little shit you put over it, I gotta keep fucking swiping and I can't get the full thing.
See, that's the tease. That's the show.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was like, yeah. He said, just send it to me regularly.
Just send it to me regularly. I ain't got time for this.
See, that is requested. Okay, let them request.
Shit.
Okay, so I mean, B, what's your invisible? What's under your invisible swivel?
It's whatever I want. It's a nude. It's a booty picture. It's a full body mirror shot, shower video.
You don't send vagina pics?
Yeah.
Oh, You didn't say that, and you didn't say that, so I just.
Well, yeah, I do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially when my nails done, I'd be like, "Look, you like this color?
Oh, you like this color on the kitty?
Like that contrast?"
No, that's actually a really cute picture. And see me, I like especially like when my shit's sitting nice because like she's well, bitch. But yes, so she looks pretty. A little pretty, little pretty thing.
Yes. Look, my nails done. Yeah.
You gonna get this pussy bell? Get a full set. Gonna get this pussy bell.
Gonna get that.
So all of us send. Me and B send upon request. Meek send spontaneously.
Yeah, so y'all just basically
all three of us don't like
meat meal. No, she like meat meal. She like it ombre and everything. She even like hers Neapolitan style.
Yeah, it's like an ice cream cone.
Like a little ice cream sandwich, Neapolitan ice cream sandwich.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Sans strawberry. Sans vanilla. A little chocolate butter pecan, layers to the brown.
But pecan got them nuts, girl.
Girl, yes, talk about the nuts. Never mind, we don't gotta talk about the nuts.
Please don't. They saggy, hairy.
Wait, what?
They all wrinkly looking. I don't like balls.
I don't like balls.
So we discriminate against the balls?
Don't put them things on my...
She's like, look,
Nigga,
I don't play.
Say what now?
I don't like putting them in my mouth. The hair getting between my teeth and shit.
You know what? Okay. Just take some floss, dog. Just, get it. I'm bullshitting. Now, if you getting hair stuck in your teeth from balls, nigga.
Nigga, what you doing? You grinding on them bitches?
I don't know. I don't know what to do with these bitches. What are you supposed to do?
What is this?
You just see me. I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to.
And then the ball hair is shedding. That baby needs some vitamin D or something, or some iron pills.
Some bio oil.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Some argan oils. He should shedding. Put some cheetah on there. A little coconut oil or something.
Let's change the subject, guys. Oh. All right. So Saturday.
You suffer from ball hair shedding. I'm sorry.
The visual just got me all fucked up. All right. So Saturday night, I watched Versus, which was D'Angelo and Friends. Did you guys tune in or see any clips or anything?
I did. Was it just me, or did D'Angelo? I feel like D'Angelo and Ghostface Killer is related in some kind of way. It's like,
why do you think that?
Cousins or something. Because they just kind of got like the same mannerisms, and had the long coat and shit, and I don't know, but it just I feel like he had Tim's on.
So okay. First of all, I was really excited to watch. Well, I won't say I was super excited because I am suffering from Versus fatigue because it's just okay. So we had D'Angelo versus Friends. So I'm in my head, I'm thinking okay, we probably going to get Badu pull up, Common might pull up, Questlove probably going to be on the drums because of course it's going to have a band, right? Maybe Raphael Sadiq is going to pull up and they're going to do Be Here. And then Q-Tip or Bilal or somebody from that era and that style of music, bruh, not nan single one of those people I just named showed up. So I was like, fuck. But
was it Erden Barney?
So I mean, we can kind of say that. So DJ Scratch opened. So this started at 6:00 our time, Pacific Standard Time. And I was right on time. 6:00, I'm looking for the whole Versus thing, to go live. And nigga, that they didn't go live until like 6:15. So I'm like, okay, we already on like CP time. But DJ Scratch, he did his thing. Of course, he's playing like 90s R&B and hip hop, a little bit of 80s, a little bit of soul funk mix up in there too. And he basically just opened up until the show started at 7 o'clock, which was really funny because like D'Angelo kind of like slithered out in his coat and shit. I don't know if he was smoking a cigarette or he had a joint or what, but he had a little something like he came in on some cool shit. So I'm like, okay, he gonna be hot as shit behind that piano and that fur or whatever you want to call it. But and his hat was giving like Erykah Badu tease. It was he had a very eclectic look. Kind of like Meek style. Meek like her eclectic niggas. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of, Lenny Kravitz was in the comments. Quincy Jones pulled up. Like, I think this was something that everyone has been waiting for because I think everyone wanted to see who was going to show up. So D'Angelo starts. He sounds incredible. He had a trumpet player come out. He was dope. And then he went into, I think it was, oh shit. What's the song that's on Voodoo? I can't remember. Anyway, he did it. He sounded exactly like the track, which I thought was really dope. But he had Scratch playing the backing music. So there was no band really like playing along. He just was on his piano or organ, whatever instrument that he had. Sounded great. But I'm going to be real. It really sounded like a Tiny Desk performance. Like,
what's wrong with it?
I mean, if we're going to have a versus, let's have a versus. But if you just want to have a live performance,
fucking if you want to have a live analysis.
Yeah, it's versus, nigga. It's something.
It said D'Angelo and friends. It didn't say D'Angelo versus anybody.
I know that. And so that's what I'm waiting. So one of the things that he said, he was like, "Welcome to D'Angelo and friends," and he's like, "You're all my friends." And bruh, I was like, "Wait, so is anybody going to show up, or we are his friends and we're watching this live intimate performance?" It's okay just to say if that's what it is, so we know what we're getting ourselves into. But I get it, for the advertisers and for the viewers, they want as many people to tune in. I guess they kind of like tricked us into thinking it was going to be way more than what it was. I ain't mad at it because it was dope and he sounded incredible. But it was really dope to see Redman and Method Man come out and perform with him.
Can we just talk about how fine Method Man still is?
Yo, it was a moment. Everybody was in the comments like, nigga. And even Redman, he looks like a teenager. I don't know. It's like he just has this youthful energy. It's just not going anywhere. Like he's still super dope. Method Man, of course, all the ladies still lusting over him. What show is he on? He has like his own. But isn't he on something else too? Like a Netflix series or something?
That like I don't know.
You know what I'm
saying? He was on Power.
So that was really nice. But I think that was a surprise to D'Angelo. D'Angelo, I guess, thought that he was just going to come and perform and have Scratch there or whatever. So when Method Man and Redman came out, he was genuinely like, oh shit, that's dope. The show goes on. He's performing all of his hits. He's doing like extended versions. It was a really dope like vibe. But what I really appreciated was how we got a guest performance from her. So she came out and she performed Best Part. But when she came out, the way that she greeted D'Angelo, you could tell there was a mutual respect because she's an incredible singer-songwriter. She plays instruments and just like he does. And he was just as like shocked and surprised that she was there to sing her song and kind of duet with him. So we went from her doing Best Part and it transitioned perfectly into Nothing Even Matters by Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo. And it just made everybody want a project like a duet with them. I would love to see them do like a
that would be fire.
Shit.
You know who else?
So fire.
You know who else he would do a dope duet with? Sir.
Oh, I can see that.
I would love what? I would love to. I sure do. I saw Sir walk out Boston. What's it?
Boston Nova.
Boston Nova. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Boston Market. I'm like what?
I was about to. You know what I want to say? Bella Noches.
Bella.
That's what what I wanted to say. I'm like, no, it's not Bella. No, Jay.
Yeah. I mean, it was the perfect transition. He sounded incredible. She sounded great live. But you could just tell there was such a huge mutual respect and just between artists and seeing that love because mainly because D'Angelo was the man who ushered in this genre of like soul and hip hop where it just made its own neo soul genre where we were able to get artists like Maxwell, the Music Soul Child, and Bilal and Jill Scott and everybody. It was just he was the perfect person to usher in this era and to see it being carried on by someone like her who, when she first came into the industry, we really couldn't tell what she looked like. She hid behind her hair and her sunglasses, and she really didn't show her face and like her album covers and artwork and stuff. And because it's supposed to be about the music, which leads me to the last song that D'Angelo did, and for some reason people thought that he was gonna like dip out before performing Untitled. How does it feel? Like, of course, that's gonna be the last song he plays. That's the perfect way to close it out. But I was just kind of like reading the comments when everyone was just like calling it the baby oil song. When is he gonna take his shirt off? When is he gonna do this and do that? And I'm like, you guys just like, did you listen to Voodoo or did you just skim through it? Like,
when we were having that debate about music and D'Angelo, I took it to another friend of mine, and he pointed that out. He was like, the difference between D'Angelo and music is that music couldn't rely on his looks. Like, he literally wore glasses to whereas, D'Angelo, his music is phenomenal, but he also reached those numbers in that sky point because he also was that sex symbol as well.
Yeah.
So he pointed that out too.
It was a gift and a curse. It was like the best thing that happened to his career, but also the worst thing. Like for him to, I think he said he hired like a trainer. He just wanted to get in shape while he was working on Voodoo. He did that. He went on set and took his shirt off and rolled his sweatpants down and, filmed How Does It Feel? And it sent people over the top because, of course, the visual and the song, perfect. Like,
yeah,
that's one of the.
It was also him though. It wasn't just the visual. It was because it looked like the way he would look down. First off, he thought he was either looking down at his dick or he was looking at an ass. I don't know, something. But if you felt, I was a young little tenderoni at the time, and I knew.
Look, I was there. Okay, I remember every morning that she'd come on MTV when I'm getting ready for school, like wanting the camera just to pan down just a little bit more, like
and then he would like reach his head down and then smile,
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just the visuals in the song; it was him. Like everyone was, "Oh, you one nasty mother."
But I remember I could tell that this was probably starting to become a bit too much. Like, do you guys remember when he performed at the MTV Movie Awards? And everyone was super excited to see D'Angelo because I bet $1 billion everyone thought he was going to come out and perform Untitled. No, this nigga comes out, no shirt on, black bandana tied to the side with some like leather pants on, like super low, showing all the V cut and all that shit. And he comes out and performs Devil's Pie. He was out there on some rock star shit, and I knew it threw everybody off in the audience. Do you guys remember that?
No.
So from what I heard, his record label did not want him to perform that. Of course, they wanted him to perform Untitled. He did not. He came out and shocked the audience because I could tell, like, he knew that all people really wanted to see was him sing some slow song with his shirt off and drive the girls crazy. But he's an artist. He's a true artist. He really gives a fuck about the craft, the lyrics, the band, the sound, everything. He was like, okay, you can look at me, but you're going to hear what I have to say. And Devil's Pie, he's literally talking about, like, I'm sure there's tons of people in the audience who he's basically like low-key dedicating a song to. Like, I'm not selling my soul. I don't give a fuck about the piece of the Devil's Pie. This cash, the fame, whatever. And it was like after that, we really didn't hear much from him. But I did get some excerpts from an article where he said, he was like, my song started being drowned out by women screaming for me to take my clothes off. After a while, I started to just stand there on stage with no shirt on just to get it out of the way. That didn't help either. They always wanted more. And it said he went to hiding for over a decade after Voodoo, working on producing music for others. And when he reemerged with Black Messiah, it was a successful return, but it wasn't the same impact as it was with Voodoo because everyone is looking for him to be a sex symbol. It's like once you start that, it's almost as if you
You
can't
gotta
like
continue.
pull back. You got to keep it going. And it makes me wonder, like, do you feel like it's a double standard where
No.
women are exploited and always talked about their physical image, but when a guy does it, does he have to keep it going, or should we respect, him just like we should respect all artists when they decide, like, I don't want to do this. I want it to just be about the music.
It's all about what the artist wants, and I don't think that it's a double standard. It's sexually objectifying on both things. I do think the double standard comes into play is because it's like it's written off because it's automatically assumed that all men want women screaming all over them, so it's not treated as like But I feel like it's the same thing for like female artists. You come out and try to base your followship off of your sexuality, and then you come back and you want to talk about fight the power. Niggas gonna be like bitch, take your fucking shirt off, like get the fuck out of here, like
Yeah.
So I do think it's hard, like if you go into that realm, it's definitely hard to try to like make the focal
Transform
point
into
your
something
art.
else.
Yeah.
So
like,
when you think of your favorite male R&B artists, do you think of how they look physically?
No, you listen to the music and the words.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because one of my favorite R&B singers is Mr. Pastor Al Green, Lord, and the way he just do that, wow, yes, you can just tell.
Well, what do you do? What do you do?
Wow, yeah, that's my shit.
I was probably conceived off one of those songs.
I doubt it. You probably conceived off of Jodeci, honey. You wasn't.
Young lady. Yeah, like
you was conceived off of yeah.
No.
Somebody rocking. That's what you was conceived of.
H-Town.
Somebody rocking, knocking the boots.
I know.
Yes. I mean, overall, I really appreciated the verses, and it was just a way to kind of give D'Angelo his flowers. And I know that was different for verses, with Timbaland and Swiss Beats, just to try a different format, just to see, like, maybe we can get people to pull up.
Say they asked, and even though I know you compared it to Tiny Desk, not saying you was saying it was negative or positive, but Tiny people play Tiny Desk as background music. So like I actually think it was smart for them to try to like pivot and find like maybe a different avenue instead of like, because the versus is like is declining and they need to save it.
Afterwards on IG Live, Swiss and Timbaland said that it was supposed to be D'Angelo versus Maxwell on Valentine's Day, but it didn't work out. And D'Angelo was ready, so they just went that route. That would have been that would have been great. And I wonder why, that didn't happen. What was it on Maxwell's part where he was like, maybe he just didn't want that smoke?
I don't know. That's a good that's pretty close. Because they catalog is around the same, and they got some. Anytime I hear lifetime, like anytime I hear that shit, it takes me back to that specific time that that song came out, and you heard it every morning on the radio, like yeah.
And Fortunate was great.
I would say Untitled would go to Woman's Worth. A Woman's Word. So those two songs, because once he came out with A Woman's Worth, you heard that like that song follows him every fucking way. Everybody wants him to sing that song.
Thanks to Love and Basketball and MTV Unplugged and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
So also they said D'Angelo was the first artist to arrive super early. He got there 3 hours early. And the pre-show was going to be an hour regardless. So they literally had DJ Scratch there so he could kind of warm up the audience, allow people to pile in before the show got started. So he wasn't late. He was there. He was ready to go. And I really appreciate that part. That's why I feel like we have to start giving people their flowers. Like, I love Lauryn Hill to death, but everyone knows she's habitually like, she doesn't give a fuck about time. She's going to come and show up when she's ready and her chakras are aligned and the energy is right. I get
Which
that
I
as
respect.
an artist.
I
get it. Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But instead
to
of
have
putting
her
that
on a
time,
platform
just say
like
when
this,
I arrive. Like, instead of saying Lauryn Hill 7:00, I'm gonna get there when I get there. That's what she should start
to
saying.
be determined.
Right.
But I'm be real. I probably said this before, but I don't want to see Lauryn Hill in the verses. Maybe she could do a situation how she did with like D'Angelo. I would like to see her come and perform her shit. But there are certain instances where artists aren't cleared to perform certain songs. Luckily with D'Angelo, you know, this is his stuff that he's written and produced and he arranged, you know, with artists that he's still on good terms with. But Lauryn
Hill, absolutely not.
Stuff, she still has to have things cleared by, you know, people that she worked with in the past. So no, you wouldn't want to see Lauryn in a situation like this, or you want to see her go up against somebody?
I wouldn't even watch Lauryn Hill perform at a family's get-together event.
Oh, okay? Wow.
Like, I love Lauryn to death. Like, I really do. But it's certain, I've seen her perform way too many times, and every single time it's annoying. And look, I try to give the artists they flowers and like try to appreciate their artistry, but low key she's just a little bit too far in her head. That's just my opinion. And the reason why I say that is I've seen her perform, and through the whole damn song she's like, turn me up, bring me down. Like, over here, like multiple shows though, so it wasn't like, oh, just that night. No,
maybe it's her.
This is like her thing. That's my point. She's in her head too much, and it's like you've made it, love. Like, I don't know if anyone told you, but you made it. You can sit here and do one of these. What Genuine do? Because Genuine do one of these numbers and just play the track, and they'll sing all your shit for you. But like, she does all these. She has these different like mannerisms, like, and then like the being late. The first time I saw Lauryn Hill, I was 8 months pregnant, and I went and saw her. My sister had surprised me. I stood there because it was Brooklyn Bowl. I stood there.
Yeah, there's no
in my flip flops. Okay, because anyone who's been pregnant know at that point.
Yeah, you weren't anything flat.
You won't, because it was like 8. It was like 8 going into 9. I was huge, dude. And I stood there for 2.5 hours.
No, ma'am.
2.5 hours, and I'm not over exaggerating. And I was just like,
you told me this, and I was like, Meek, why would you pull up to see Lauryn Hill 8 months pregnant, knowing?
Bro, not even that though. You wait 2.5 hours, and then the band started. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm about to see her. This heifer took the initiative to rearrange all the motherfucking songs. So songs that were supposed to be slow are now up tempo and vice versa. And you go and you like, wait, what's this? What song is this?
Exactly.
And it's X Factor. I'm like, okay, bitch, I can understand you doing that to like, you know, might have some, but you just lost one. I can understand you, but X Factor, like, you let that shit ride. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, yo, but this is how I knew that she does not give no fucks about what the fans may think or what the expectations are. I'm gonna be the artist that I fucking want to be, and y'all gonna fucking love it. Like, which I do respect, but when you say, am I gonna go? Do I want to see her? No, y'all can tell me about it, but I ain't about to go. You're not about to catch me there. She
so
could
is
be
it
singing.
safe to say that she lost one?
She definitely has. Might have some, but you just lost Meek. Just saying. She could be singing oh whatever faithful song, the Christmas song in front of a damn Christmas tree lit up. I would leave. I'll be out. I'll come back. Let me know when the food ready. Lauryn about to sing. I'll be out. I'm done.
See, that's why I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to see her in the verses. Maybe that format would work. I've heard people say like, yeah, I've seen her live and she performed it the way like the album sounds. But I feel like she has to have some sort of like clearance issues where she can't perform certain things unless she is given permission.
Well, she
So
was
it's like
getting
it's taking
sued
a
for that
gamble.
album. She was getting big time sued for that album because there were a lot of people that said that they like gave tribute in some type of way and they didn't get it properly, you know. So yeah, she was definitely getting sued for that album.
She wasn't getting credit. She wasn't crediting people for their contributions.
Well, to her defense, she said that we were all just creating. Like she didn't go saying like, "Oh, I'm going to make Miss Education." Like they were just like a jam sesh, you know.
Yeah.
And so like she didn't. Her
Like
argument,
voodoo.
she didn't think like I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of that because I wasn't in the room. I was not in the room.
Would you want to see Lauryn Hill, Liz?
I mean, not after y'all just told me the experience was. I don't know. I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
Look, Liz gonna be like, you said 7:00. It is now 7:05. Like, where is she at? This is insulting, disrespectful, and outright rude.
Liz don't play that shit. All right.
That,
baby. No, but I can see what Versus is trying to do. I think, you know, showing advertisers like, look, we can pull in this many people just for one artist. And they did a good job. I'm still waiting on the numbers to come in.
They
I mean,
need
I
you
already
in the
been,
team.
you know what I'm saying?
All I'm trying to say is you gotta give leniency because you are a stickler on these versus rules. Like you be the first one to. So if it's going to be versus, first off, they need a catalog. I'm like, oh my god,
music.
Yeah, it's 20 songs versus 20 songs.
Bro, you go anytime we have a debate over this versus, you are the first one to be like, rule number 1. If it's gonna be a versus, like I get it.
Hey y'all, versus hire Bethany Anderson.
Hi. Hi, Kimberlyn. Hi, Swizz.
She's on the job. She won't let you down.
Bring me in. Put me in, coach.
Put me in.
All right. So last week we talked about Malcolm and Marie, right? And I expressed my concern with this fictional couple that after being together for 5 years, Malcolm decides to run down all of his exes and pretty much, you know, call himself out, showing that he likes to deal with or date
broken women
or play superhero to broken women, all with a similar issue, which is in this case drug addiction, some sort of destructive habit. And so what I said when it comes to like when I'm dating someone or getting to know someone, I ask them, who have you been in love with? Like who were the women or partners in your life that you were in love with? And what was it, Meek or Liz? Someone text you or sent you a DM saying like, I took the
question on IG and people was like sending in, you know, their opinions. And it's one person, one of our dope listeners. He listens every week. Shout out to you. You gonna know who you are once I say what I'm about to say. Said I asked them what would they ex say about them. Is what asked me.
I think that's a good question. But are people really going to be honest? Like, what would your ex say about you? Liz, what would your ex say about you?
What would he say about me?
Yes, and be honest.
Be
honest, please.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, but is he gonna be honest? If I was to ask him, I don't know. What would he say?
But it's from your perspective, like how things left off. Like how does he feel about you to this day? To this day.
How things left off, or to this day? To this day is different than how things left off.
Well, to this day.
Okay, so what would your ex say about you?
I mean, I think he would say, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, girl. You're doing your thing.
You know what?
Can I hit that one more time?
Now, that part.
It's definitely facts. Honestly, what would my ex say?
Yeah, honestly, so were you lying about
What?
what you said before? Could he hit it again?
No,
Is
I mean
that
that's what I think he would say.
No,
but
please
honestly,
add. Can you please? Oh, never mind.
can I please wait? Add what? What?
Some of the corrective criticisms.
What?
Never mind.
No, I'm lost. Go ahead, say it.
No, like when he tries to like call you out or like check you on certain things, like because he gives you positive stuff, but like he also be like, you always do this or you do this and you need to be doing this.
But he used to be doing. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
What would your ex
never mind. That's the reason why I said never mind.
What would your ex say about you? Do we need to come back to you? Think about it.
We ain't coming back.
We coming back. Meek, what would your ex?
Nope. That's all. That's it. He would. I mean, he wouldn't agree on everything that he sees that I do or hear that I do, whatever that might be. But I think he still will tell me. He still will give me like positive things like you're doing a good job. But I mean, he's still gonna talk his shit like you go out every weekend. You always outside. Ain't it a pandemic? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
What song, if anything, if he could dedicate a song to you, what would it be?
Don't take your love away. Baby, don't take it.
Take a minute for the note to register for me.
Wait, what song is this, nigga?
That's a
what key? I was like,
Avant.
Yeah, don't take your love away from me. I need you.
That's so good.
Okay. What about you, Meek?
And be honest.
To me? I mean, I don't know how. What would you categorize as an ex? It's any of my exes, right? Or just one in particular?
Any ex.
I want the last one.
Because like if you're having a conversation, if you're having a conversation with a man that you're like dating or seeing, like getting a bit serious with, and he asked you about your exes or past lovers or whoever, like who would you talk to him about? Like who would you say, oh well, this guy in particular?
I'll give two. Okay. So I do have an ex, but then I also have my baby's father, and I feel like my BD's opinion, because of what his interactions are with me, you know what I mean, should matter. You get what I'm saying? So anywho, I'm gonna give two. The last one, he gonna say I'm an amazing woman. He respects the hell out of me. I've truly impacted his life. He also says I go too hard though, like and what I mean by too hard is like, if I have an issue with you, I'm going to tell you I have an issue with you. Now, there's stages to how I bring it up, but once you get to that ultimate stage, it's very direct, very assertive, very like there's not going to be any type of miscommunication. And we had that as an issue. And he was like, no, I hear you. I get it. Yeah, so he'd be like, and sometimes when he hears that tone in my voice, he'd be like, damn, Meek, you go from 0 to 100. That's something that he says. Like, I go 0 to 100. I mean, but who didn't know that?
And BD?
And yeah.
Oh, BD. BD wants, I'm not going to say that. He would say that he's proud of me. I'm an amazing mother. And you should come kick it. You should come kick it for a little bit. I get that too.
Pick one. Right. What song would they dedicate to you right now?
Oh my God. Something stupid. Especially the last one. When I tell you it was low-key a disconnect, like.
No, just pick one. Which one? Pick one song for one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something stupid. Fucking that Drake and if I ever made me no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
that song. If I ever Sound like Garth Brooks. They need to put Garth Brooks on that bitch.
Yo, that song is everywhere, bruh. I've seen the video like 10 times. Like, I didn't ask for that.
Oh, I know.
For me,
Bethany.
For me, my ex, I feel like when we first broke up, he would have been like, fuck that bitch. That's the song that he would dedicate. He would be so pissed. But I think we've gotten to the point where we're straight. But I could be wrong, but the vibes that I get might be on some Beyonce and Drake mine.
Okay.
I just want to say you're mine.
Okay.
I think, but I could be wrong. I could be, reading the whole thing wrong. But that's what I think.
When was your last relationship? How long ago?
Lord. Before the one that I'm in now? Yeah.
Go ahead, claim it, shawty. Claim that shit.
Yes, honey.
No, it's funny because I've been getting texts like, yo, I heard what you said last episode. You said you got a boyfriend.
Right.
I got a boyfriend.
You can't say three. You can't say three single moms anymore.
Okay. I mean, look, what they say on taxes. They say we single till you get married.
Okay.
But I do have a boyfriend, so.
Wait, no. Wait, what?
She pours coffee.
Is that the Sagittarius?
Well,
my taxes. That's not what my taxes said.
My taxes say I'm single. Down.
Facebook. Y'all look at that Facebook's relationship status. Y'all need to look at the taxes. See what them taxes say.
That's what them taxes say.
Yeah. Yeah. So last relationship was
2.5 years ago.
Meek.
She's doing math. She's like, okay, carry the one.
Relationship, not situationship. Relationship that you actually called him your man.
I'm trying to realize that, like, I have an avoidant behavior.
Go ahead, Dr. Meek. Go ahead and diagnose yourself.
I ain't about to do that because I'm about to go down a whole rabbit hole. But I do. I actually learned about that last week too.
What does that mean?
So, like, if you've experienced some type of trauma or some type of situation that may have influenced your processing of certain emotions, you react to it differently. Some people become codependent or have a dependent, habit. But on the other side of the spectrum, it's avoidant. So, like, instead of going through, like, say, like me, I grew up and I saw my mom, like, endure heartache, like, physically saw it, and I also saw what it did to her mentally. It's possible that, like, because of that, I don't ever want to get to that or experience that. So I'll quickly avoid, dismiss, or just don't involve myself in heavy committed relationships because I don't ever want to experience that.
No, I get that. I could kind of.
That's real.
I kind of think that way a little bit too. That's crazy because, like, now that it comes back to me, just I want to say 2 days ago, one of my exes told me, he was like, "You don't let nobody love you. You don't let nobody get close."
Oh, we just got deep over here. CrazySexyCool. Okay.
So I was like, "Oh shit, maybe you're right."
Yeah. It's crazy how I used
to feel the same way. I don't know, like my relationship that I'm in now really came out of nowhere. But I don't know. For some reason, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put all those boundaries not boundaries because you got to have boundaries, but like putting the wall that I've built up and just, I had tunnel vision and all I wanted to see was like, my success and But allowing someone in my world was like I had to make a conscious decision to do that and let that happen. Is this something that you guys are like completely against? Like are you guys not looking to date? Because no, like how I know Liz, she said she didn't want to date. Like she doesn't want a boyfriend. She's not looking to get married. But I know, Meek, you want your person. Or is this something that if the right person comes around that you'll knock those walls down and let them in, or are you making a conscious decision like not right now?
Okay. For me personally, I think it's a mix of both. And the reason why I say that is that I also recognize that, and for me to truly experience pure bliss the way I would like, the way I desire to, I have to, conquer or break down some walls within myself with myself,
Yeah.
So like that. And the reason
Doing the
why I
work.
say that is that I realize that when emotions are involved and it's this commitment, certain insecurities start to flare up when you feel inadequate in a certain department. Maybe and that comes from you not dealing with it before the relationship. So like how we have like these different definitions of success. There we go. My lips was trying to do something that my brain didn't want it to do.
Tongue was tied.
Say what?
Tongue tied.
Yeah. So yeah, different definitions of what successful looks like. And that comes from, past situations, maybe, being poor and knowing what it looks like to struggle, and you might identify it as being highly educated or having certain type of accolade, So I'm not saying I have to check everything off the list, but I just don't want to have these like flare-ups within, because it's not up to my partner to fix me. Now, Granted, you may learn something, and within you learning something, you may evolve that way, but it's not up to my partner to be my remedy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think that I need to deal with that, and it's gonna be within the next 2 years, so it's not nothing like extensive, but I'm not opposed to intimacy, so I do, and that's the reason why, like, if I were to engage with somebody, I would like to meet someone that's on the same level, that's like focused on whatever their life goals are, and that way we can evolve, we can experience each other, and there's this understanding that, like, you know what I mean, as to where we are and what our destination is. You get what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. Yep. Like you're on a journey in the
same journey.
car.
And it doesn't, and it also, it will remove.
Car. I like how you put that.
Yeah. But also we damn, what was I about to say? Like it removes the expectation. Like when there's like, boyfriend, I could just call you my friend for right now. We have a clear understanding between each other, but for everyone's like, the final destination is husband. Like, I'm not thinking about that. I want to have the mental space to where I can focus on what I need to focus on, and I don't have this commitment to another. You know what I mean? I can fully commit to meet this for a minute,
Yeah.
So.
And you have a partner that also
understands it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like what you said, it's like a travel buddy. Like, yeah, traveling alone is nice, but when you have someone that's like on the same wave as you, and you guys can enjoy conversations and
share each other goals and
experiences.
Yeah, but without having that main title that locks you down.
Or worry about,
like, no.
Yeah, and then when some people be like, well, emotions still come involved, but the reason why is nothing wrong with emotion getting involved. What's wrong is that the emotion is not addressed. So it's like, I just need to have trust that you respect me enough that you're not going to disrespect, you know what I'm saying, me, or in a way where it'll humiliate me, or you know what I'm saying, like that you're not going to.
It has to have the same loyalty in when it comes to it. The loyalty to align.
So mutual respect, yeah.
Exactly. Right. And so it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, say you have a friends with benefits, and we both want some, like, if you're not feeling this no more, if this doesn't work for you, like, communicate that. Or like, if you feel like you're starting to, drift off to somebody else, communicate that. That's just, I'm not going to like it. It doesn't mean that because I'm telling you to communicate it to me, doesn't mean that I'm automatically going to like it. But guess what? I have to respect it because these are the terms and conditions that you and I agree to. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not trying to say that I'm going to, like, but I'm just saying, just like hypothetically, like, it doesn't automatically mean that I'm going to just be like, oh yeah, okay, go off with her. No, it doesn't.
What I always say is when you communicate this way, you give the person the option to say, like, I want to deal with this or I don't. And some people don't. They want to take that option away from you and kind of control how you feel about them instead of just being honest.
Yeah,
that's where the shit gets fucked up.
And that's where the emotions, when they like emotions get involved, like no, emotion is gonna be involved either way. Either fucking way. It's about acknowledging,
but at least you being real. So
yeah.
But ladies, it doesn't even matter like how real you get. This type of like us having this conversation and this type of conversations to certain guys will scare them away. Like they don't know what to do with it. They wouldn't know what to do with it. They like, oh, what kind of female is this?
If it scares them away, that lets you know that that's not who you're supposed to be dealing with.
True. They still
they're weeding themselves out.
They're not ready for it. But let's just say this, men, I do understand that like a lot of women say this and you may feel that a lot of women are not ready for this, but you also have to understand that even though we're asking for this, you have to also recognize that it's new to us. So I do think that like it does take some getting used to for a woman to hear a man be honest about his, the way he views her and what their stance is. So if she ends up tripping, she ends up tripping. But the fact of the matter is you're being honest with her. Like that's what it is. It's not about what her reaction is. It's about you practicing honesty and not manipulation or avoidance. You know what I'm saying? Because men do that shit too. Like, oh, I didn't say nothing. She just did it. Yeah, but you didn't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't clarify things while she's just out here doing whatever the hell she's doing. So yeah, like
little fucker.
Communication is key, man. It's so much like I feel like there will be so much. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
So I want to make a point. It is March 1st. If you listen to this as this episode posts, it is Women's History Month. All of March, we're all about the women. So I want to thank all of our listeners who tune in to these 3 Black women. We out here doing our thing, hustling as mothers, taking care of what we got to take care of. And we still, pull up every week to give y'all a show. So thank you to everyone. And thank you to all the women who listen and shout us out and share us on their social media platforms. Really, really appreciate it. Meek, do you have a quote for us this week, shouting?
I did, and it was so deep and good. But I'm gonna switch it up because it's women.
Can we get both?
It's women's appreciation. No, because no, that's not it. That's not in the budget. So
negative.
Ain't gonna ever
happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
So,
Never.
You say it's women's history month?
Yes.
Okay. So
some people call it Women's Appreciation Month. It's Women's Month. How about that?
Okay. So in appreciation, and we all and I want to say this. I want to say this because we have to be inclusive. To the great mother, I ain't no puta. I keep my punani clean. from the great RuPaul, honey. And I say that to say I'm gonna extend this woman's month on over to our transgender because yes, we see you, we hear you, and you use important. Okay.
Yes, baby. Yes. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you catch us on YouTube so you can see all of the craziness that we be doing. We be goofy as shit. And subscribe.
Yes.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CrazySexyCool Pod. Also, we are doing a special red light special episode. So get your letters in. If you want to ask us anything, we'll read the shit on the show and give you, our solicited advice. Send us an email at crazysexycoolpod@gmail.com. You might not like it.
You might not.
We don't say what we got to say.
All right. Oh, wait. 1 second. I wanted to take a moment to shout out that listener, Mr. Marcus Green. I went back, looked up your name. Marcus. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week.